So you've been given a whistle-stop tour of personality. You've been introduced to this idea that understanding the difference between the way you use your energy and the way your negotiation partner uses your energy is important. It has been a quick tour, but if you've used the app and you've looked at your workbook, you'll get a good understanding of the personality that you've ended up with. Now, it's my belief that people can change. It's my belief that people do have the ability to adapt and connect with anybody. So regardless of what your personality is, it's also important to work out what's the personality of the people you're negotiating with. How are they using their energy when they're negotiating with you? When you find out both those things, your personality and the personality of the person you're negotiating with, then you can work out how you can adapt. But it's worth me saying a little about each of the colour energies and how they like to negotiate. So if you start with fiery red energy, well, fiery red energy is quite competitive. They're outcome focused, they're extroverted, and they're also quite discipline driven. So people with lots of red energy, they like to get on with things. They also like to win. They tend to be competitive in negotiation. You need to allow room in your proposal that they will get some sense of winning. But be aware, you need to recognize the fact that they're likely to want to win something in the negotiation. So they're also really keen on getting things done quickly. They want results. So when you're negotiating with someone with lots of red energy, they're likely to want to move on quickly. They're also not big into detail. So you don't need to give them too much in the way of stuff to read and stuff to follow up. They just like you to be brief, be bright, and be gone. Someone, however, on the other side of the scale, with a more green, amiable energy, is far more likely to want to reflect on things. They're likely to want to take time over their negotiations. They're interested in what other people think, so they'll want time to speak to other people and collaborate with other people. They may even want more than one person in the room negotiating with you. You need to make sure they have time to collaborate, and cooperate with their colleagues to get an agreement that they think not just is good for them, not just as good for you, but it's good for everyone around them. Someone who uses a lot of conscientious blue energy tends to be very exacting in their standards. They tend to want a huge amount of detail. They'll want data in advance, and they'll want to be able to check on the facts. They're very practical and discipline driven, and therefore they want a plan and they want to know how that plan's likely to map out. Bearing in mind they're also quite introverted in their energy, they'll also want time to reflect. So give them time, give them detail, and enable them to create an agreement that doesn't just feel right for you, but appears on paper as right for them. Finally, someone with more yellow or inspiring yellow energy, they tend to be very big picture in their approach. They like ideas, they like to get on with things, and remember, they like to do stuff that's different. They want to know that your deal is different than anything that's ever been done before. They're interested in doing stuff that pushes the boundaries. So involve them in brainstorming, involve them in use their inspiration-driven energy to come up with ideas that are new and that will make something that can really stand out. Hopefully, by understanding these colour energies, you'll be able to adapt each and every one of your agreements, not just to suit you, but to suit every party in the negotiation. And by using your understanding of your own personality and the people around you's personality, you'll be able to adapt and connect more effectively to get agreements that generally work for everyone.